Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video we're going to be making a gorgeous yellow spring wreath. We're going to be using stuff we got from Michael's just recently. If you missed my Michael's spring shopping haul, I will link that in the description as well. And I'm using all stuff from Michael's this year, and I love this mix. I'm using a 14-inch grapevine wreath base. This wreath is going to be about 23 inches total diameter once we're done. I'm also using my favorite hot glue and hot glue gun and my favorite wire cutters. All of my tools that I just mentioned here will be linked in the description below under tools. And I will have all of the florals I'm using linked as well, so you can easily find everything you need to make this wreath. Let's go over the florals you're going to need to make this wreath really quick. I have 2 stems of the hanging acacia leaves. I love these. So bright and pretty for spring. I have the asparagus fern, just 1 bush. And I have 1 little bush of the green and white eucalyptus. Isn't it pretty? And then for our florals, I have 2 stems of the yellow mini roses. Oh, I love them. 2 stems of the white heather, 3 stems of these white roses, 2 stems of the yellow daisies. So pretty. Look at everything together. I love it. First, we're going to start with our greenery base. So I'm just cutting some of these stems a little bit. Don't yet know if we're going to use these last pieces. We can make our own little picks from these later if we need more filler, but kind of on a stem by themselves. All right. So for this, I'm going to glue along the grain of the grapevine, place it kind of in the middle and angled out a little bit. See how it gives it a nice wild look? I absolutely love it. And we're going to go around the wreath doing this. We're going to have our longer pieces kind of facing outward. Now that we've got our outside pieces done, we're going to place some covering up the middle as well. We're going to use our shorter pieces for this. Oops. And I hope that you notice I'm not overthinking anything. The placement doesn't have to be perfect. We just want it to look natural. Here's what we have so far. See, it's not perfect, but it's going to look great when we're done. Now we're going to add some fern. I like that this is a little bit of a darker green, and you may notice that this fern is a little droopy. So we don't want to have a bunch of droopy greenery. So I'm going to cut them. They're pretty lightweight, so they will hold up themselves if they're cut shorter. So I'm cutting these into shorter pieces, and it's going to make a great filler. And since this is a more expensive bush, we actually don't need to use the whole thing. So it's not that bad when you get it 40% off and then can use it for a couple different wreaths. It's a great filler. So pretty and delicate. I like the feathery texture. Okay, now we're going to start filling in the gaps. So we're going to go inside and outside of the grapevine, filling in. And don't worry, when we put our flowers on, that's also going to hold back a lot of the greenery if it starts falling forward. And don't be afraid to put it right on the outside of the greenery, like right there. As you'll notice, I put stuff on the outside to the top, but not back. I like seeing the grapevine from the side. If you're looking right at it from the side, I think it's so pretty. So that's where I'm putting this one, as far out as you can go, just right on the top edge. And this is a design that I put together in the store as I was shopping. In my shopping video, I talked about how I pick out different things and what I'm looking for. And one of the things was I put together florals in the store and see what goes well together and why they go well together. And I pick up stuff to make a whole wreath, and I make a bouquet first, finding different textures and colors that go well together. Anyway, this is the first one I picked out. I am going to add a little bit of floral wire to this one fern because it does seem a little more droopy than I want it to be. It might just be because the glue hasn't dried yet, but just in case, I'm going to add a little bit of floral wire to hold it in place. Look at that lush greenery. Isn't it beautiful? This is one where you got to go trust the process. Okay, so I use about half of one of these. Now I'm going to use the one eucalyptus bush I have. This is the green and white eucalyptus. Such a great filler. I like the white tips because it's going to help blend in the greenery with our white flowers. And I like the brightness it adds, and it's also a different leaf texture. So first, I'm cutting all the pieces off the stem. Now I'm just going to do the same thing and add these on the inside and outside, filling in the gaps. And I like adding one layer at a time because it helps the wreath get more even. And if you have a limited amount of supplies, it's really nice to evenly distribute it all the way around the wreath. Now I just have a few small pieces left. I'm just gonna poke them around, fill in any gaps. I'm also going to add a little piece of floral wire to that branch because it's not laying exactly where I want it to. Usually I don't have to do that, but I just want it to stay in place. Otherwise it's going to bother me. You don't have to do this, but if there's a stem that just won't stay put, Just add some floral wire. I push it through the grapevine around the stem, and then I wrap it tightly, and then tuck the wire into the grapevine. Good to go. This would be a really pretty greenery wreath, just double the amount of all the greenery I'm using. And then you would have a beautiful full year-round or spring greenery wreath. It looks starting to look really pretty, and I love the brightness of the white on the eucalyptus. It's so cute. It's starting to look good. Now we're going to add in our white heather stems, and these are so pretty. And this stem is great because the stems, the floral stems, are just like the nice, perfect size, sturdy stems. So you get 5 stems, flower stems, per one of these stems. So I'm going to put these evenly around the wreath and see if just one is fine. Because there's another wreath I want to use these in. It'd be nice to not have to go back to the store. Oh, these are so pretty. These with just this greenery look amazing. What a beautiful mix. Michaels, you are doing so good this season. I'm so impressed with a lot of the spring flowers. All right, for now, I'm going to start with just the one. If we need to add more at the end, I will do that. But I love this. This would be such a pretty greenery wreath with those in there. Look at that. So cute for like St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to save this for later. We might not need it, but it looks so good. It matches the eucalyptus right here with the white and the white and green flowers. Oh, they look so pretty together. Now I'm going to add in my roses. These are beautiful. I'm going to keep this together and then this. So each stem is going to have 2 stems I put into the grapevine. So I'm going to start by putting the single stems on. So we have 3 single stems and then 3 with a bloom and a bud. And I love these roses with the yellow flowers because it has such a beautiful buttery yellow middle that it just looks really good. So pretty. Now we're going to add the stems with the buds in between those. Yeah. So far, so good. I love it. Love, love. Now we're going to be adding in our bright yellow, and then we'll be adding our buttery yellow in to tie everything together. These daisies are such good quality. I love the buds and the flowers together. They're so pretty. So I'm dividing these up, and once again, we could just use one. We'll see what one looks like and see if we need to do 2. I did want this to be a very floral heavy wreath. We shall see. Definitely gonna use both. Looking so good already. I love it. Oh, I'm loving this so far. Looks so good. Love, love, love. Okay, now we're going to be adding our yellow mini roses. I just love these. They're so pretty. I think this is going to tie everything together because we've got the bright yellow, the white, and the other yellow. And then we've got the little buttery yellow in between that just brings it all together. So pretty. So pretty. Look at that. I made a last minute decision. I wanted to add these white mini berries as well. They're kind of cream and yellowish, and I think they're going to add the perfect touch. I couldn't help myself. I just love a good berry. So I'm just cutting off a few stems from this bush. I think they're so pretty. And we can cut the branches into smaller pieces. We don't need a lot. But I think the texture of these berries is going to take this wreath over the top. So, so pretty. I love it. This wreath has a lot going on, but in a good way. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, I love it. The color is so perfect. Oh yeah, that made it. Oh, I love it so much. What do you think? Look at the details. Isn't that beautiful? All of these materials are from Michaels. I will have them linked in the description. Let me know what you think. Do you like it with the berries added at the end or without them? I'd love to know. And if you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.